I'm very fortunate to be a part of a youth hockey department that has multiple members, and we have 3 members in our youth hockey department, and we are led by our boss, Rich Hickson. Rich is the executive director of development, and part of his task was to come in and develop our youth hockey department, make us a multi-dimensional, full-service youth hockey department, and we brought in other workers, and we are a dedicated youth hockey department. We're not doing other aspects of fan development. We're not doing other aspects of community relations and ticketing. We do youth hockey 24/7, which is really a wonderful luxury to be involved with. My area is to do camps and clinics, and to both for adult players and for youth players, boys and girls, and our game night intermissions, and our Little Penguins program. My other colleague Max is in charge of being a liaison with the various leagues, high school, amateur, AAA, and then our third person, Mike, who's just come on board, is going to be more involved with the ball hockey inline community, and I'll mention more what he's doing as we close. This graph shows girls hockey involvement in Western Pennsylvania since that 2005 and 2006 season. And I think the real story in this is this part of the graph here, the black and the teal and the blue, in these past 3 years, to see how the younger girls' involvement has really shot up. And I think that's where you want to be. I think you want to see the younger kids coming in. And we're excited to be a part of that, because we think our Little Penguins Learn to Play program has had an impact on that, and both for boys and girls. But you can see these numbers. This was before Little Penguins came into existence. 2008-2009 season we introduced it, and you can see the numbers going up there since. The young lady in this picture has been a participant in our camps, our girls camp last year. That's why she has the Penguins hockey camp jersey on, and she is actually a volunteer helper with one of the Little Penguins programs, and she got to get her picture taken with Sid when he visited that group back in March. So this is just a graph version, but these are the kids trying on their gear back at home. You can see the box in the background, and they just have to get it out and put it right on, and they're very excited. We've gotten stories of children sleeping in their equipment the first night, and we also get stories of parents that have no idea that brand new skates need to be sharpened, and their kids go on the ice and go whoosh, boom. So we are getting people that are totally clueless about hockey putting their kids in hockey, which is really a wonderful thing. The whole idea of the program was to have something that would get people who wouldn't put their children in hockey otherwise, that they're willing to spend money on lessons like they might for karate or they might for tennis, but they didn't want to drop $200 or $300 on equipment. And the idea was to equip these children head to toe, helmet to skates, and give them everything they need to go on the ice and play, and they get to keep the equipment. And we were developing this program, and Sid got wind of it and said, boy, I'd like to be a part of that program. And he put his commitment behind it, and his sponsor Reebok got behind it, and Reebok kind of contributes the skates, and Sid and the Penguins contribute the cost of the other equipment, and we've been able to get this thing moving over the past several years, and hopefully can count ourselves as part of these growing numbers in girls hockey. We began in 2008-2009, as I said, and that year and the following year we distributed 600 sets of equipment. In 2010-11, as we entered our new building, it was a great year. We had just come off of an Olympics. We were in a new building. We were going to host the Winter Classic. There was an incredible buzz, and we introduced girls-only Little Penguins locations, so that not only could girls learn with other little boys if they chose to, but if they wanted to find a location to learn with girls only, they could do that. We introduced 4 girls-only locations, and it's been very positive. There's some other pictures of some girls getting their new equipment. They pick their equipment up at Dick's. They register online. We get everybody's sizing figured out, or hopefully, and then then they go and pick them up at various Dick's Sporting Goods. That's our other sponsor in Little Penguins program. And we've done really well. I mean, this year I think we only had like 60 exchanges out of 1,000 sets. That's pretty remarkable. But 20% of our participants in the Little Penguins program are female players, and we've been really excited to have that happen. A couple of things in terms of our tracking that has helped us get a better handle on it. The first year, people got their equipment, they got their registration done, and then we sent them a letter and an email and said, here's a great opportunity for you. You can register for USA Hockey. Most of these kids were able to register for free, and 58 people out of 600 did so. The horse had left the barn, they had their equipment, they were on the ice. We said, we got to change this. So I said, what we have to do is they have to register for the program, they have to then register for USA Hockey, and only once we have their USA Hockey barcode that we can scan, at that point, then we send them their equipment voucher. And it turned everything around. I think out of 600, we got 598. I don't know what happened to the other two, and we've been able to get them tracked since then. And then this past year on the registration form that we have, we asked male, female, or prefer not to answer, but it gives us a better handle on the girls, and we don't have to go through looking at all the Jordans and Colbys and wondering, is that a boy or a girl? How should we count that one? So it's helped us keep a better handle on understanding how many girls are attracted to our program. And we are at 4 ranks. 3 of them also run a co-ed program, and one of them has just the girls program. The 3 with the higher numbers are closer to Pittsburgh. The Planet Ice is out in Johnstown, where there's a smaller demographic, but they're doing a nice job there. And you can see the number of girls the past 2 years who have gone through the girls-only program. And so one thing that we did with the girls-only program, not with just the girls-only program, but with the whole Little Penguins program this year, was we created a next steps. What we did was we surveyed each rink at which Little Penguins was being hosted and got them to provide us next steps, like what is your next intermediate learn to play? What's your hockey development program? What is your amateur association's red, white, and blue hockey program? What is, when does your amateur association have tryouts? And we compiled a list of all these things, and then at about 2 weeks before the program ended, we sent each family this survey from their rink. We emailed it to them so that they have it right in their hands. They know when tryouts are. They know what the next step is. They know when the intermediate learn to play begins. So we're trying to put right in their hands and not rely on them having to look at signage around the rinks or go talk to, the 16-year-old kid at the front desk who really doesn't want to be there. We all have that in our rinks, don't we? They're really helpful, aren't they? God bless them. So, but that leads into the next slide. We have a girls-only division, which has a U14 and a U19. We also found that the majority of players in the girls-only play in the co-ed league, and there are some numbers there. Now, we also have some girls AAA travel programs, so the numbers are actually higher. This I guess, besides our girls only sites at the Little Penguins, this program is probably the one that I'm most excited about. Our girls hockey camp, and the motto for it is "For girls, by girls." And we started it last year, and there are no male instructors on the ice. It is all female instructors, and it's something I'm very proud of. We had a young lady work with us last year in our Pittsburgh Penguins Foundation. Her name was Val Schwinnard. She was a star hockey player at Mercyhurst College, and she came and worked with us, and we got our first girls-only hockey camp started last year. I worked very closely with Val to get that off the ground. Unfortunately, Val decided to go back to her native Quebec and is pursuing a different career path in Montreal. So we were sorry to see her go, but I decided, well, we lost Val, so I need to have somebody that we can have run this camp this year, and I called Michelle, and Michelle has agreed to come to Pittsburgh for 3 days, and she's going to be the lead instructor for our girls camp this year. And we have some other great women instructors. Kate Michael, who also is an alumnus of St. Lawrence, but at a different era. I don't mean that the way it sounds.
Younger,
You
yeah.
gotta be careful when you're talking to women. It came out wrong. Wait, we might have to burn this video. So Kate was a 4-year starter, and we got Kate on the ice with the girls, and Kate's going to be the assistant lead instructor this year. And then we're very fortunate to have Robert Morris University right in town and have Brienne McLaughlin, who is an Olympic goaltender. So Brienne is able to go on the ice and work with our goalies. So we're really excited about this camp, and you can just see some of the pictures. Not all of these are from the girls' camp, but these are girls that participate, and I think we have a very girl-friendly environment in all of our camps, and it made it very easy to get the girls' camp started. We had 48 girls last year on our first shot at it. So it's going to be June 18th, 19th, and 20th, and we run it in conjunction with what we call our scrimmage camp, because a lot of girls come from out of state. I always had about a dozen or more girls in the scrimmage camp, and they came from out of state, so I thought, well, this way they'll come and they'll register for both, and they did. And so we probably last year had 20 of those 48 girls in our scrimmage camp, and then we did the girls camp in the evening. And so we're going to continue that model for the current stretch. At some point down the road, we're going to have our own practice facility, and the girls camp will move to its own full daytime, week-long camp. We want to build the numbers and allow the out-of-town girls to be able to participate both, because they come with their brothers. And so that's been something that as a result, we've had girls. I mean, Mike Yo ran our camps for a lot of years. His daughter played hockey. So again, there was another connection there where we were able to have a lot of girls coming into our camps and create, I think, a very girl-friendly environment in our hockey camps.